Closed caption sponsored by
Hey everybody, welcome to the Top Notch Experience. It's your boy Top Notch. Man, I'm right here with Matt Heineken and my man JD from the rockin' band Smith & Gong, y'all.
Come on.
This is an amazing occasion now. Amazing occasion. How y'all brothers doing, man?
Brother, I'm good.
Man, thank you for coming, man.
Man,
Appreciate
thanks for
it.
having
Great, man. Appreciate you
Heineken,
having
good to
us
see
today.
you, brother. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. So let's just get right into this, man. Smith & Gong, what type of music do you guys do?
I'd say it's like a southern rock kind of country feel, but it ain't my dog died kind of stuff.
Right.
We started out doing heavy metal. I mean, he's a heavy metal drummer.
I know Heineken. Yeah, I know Heineken.
And then we just got into country, but like we wanted to, inject it with something,
Right.
And these days there's all kinds of different styles all vibing up together.
That's
brother.
what makes it so beautiful.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's an honor to meet you, brother. Top-notch experience. Y'all check it. I can't even believe I'm sitting here right now. Dude, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's good to have you
This is
here,
crazy.
brother. For sure, I'm going to get some of that brisket, too.
Yo, you need to
get
come
some
over.
of that brisket. Yeah, we're going to come down and get some of that brisket, y'all. Y'all know, look at me. Y'all know I like to eat, man. Come on now.
Me
Y'all
too.
know I like to eat. So let's
Yeah.
get it. What are some of you guys, you said Southern rock. So what are some of you guys' influences coming up as youngsters running around? You said, man, I want to play like that guy.
I grew up loving the drums. I'd hear the marching bands playing, and just kind of, that's what kind of inspired me, and then kind of went on to, started listening to music probably in the 80s, learning how to play. So I liked all the rock, heavy metal bands like Motley Crue and Poison.
Yeah, of course,
and,
Poison.
then I started liking like the
Sepultura.
heavier stuff, like Sepultura and Pantera, Metallica. And, kind of we were, met in Kansas, and so we were doing like heavy rock, heavy metal, and playing with the local bands and Topeka and Kansas City and whatnot.
We've been playing since, 1992?
Somewhere in 92, I think, is when we met.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we were babies.
Yeah, y'all was ripping and running.
Yeah.
That's so. Tell me a little bit about that. I've been on the road before, but you guys are running around at early age.
Yeah.
Like the Chitlin circuits, camping out in the bus or on the van and stuff like that. Can y'all tell us a little bit about that experience?
The craziest show we've ever done, and this is back in the day, man. Matt got a phone call. We had no idea what it was, right? Kids. And all we knew was it was Return to Eden.
Yep.
Right? So here we are, a heavy metal band at the time, young, and for all you musicians out there, right? You're gonna say yes to $3,000. You're gonna show up.
Yeah.
We didn't make that kind of money ever.
Oh, I don't think we made money ever, but so we accepted the gig and we showed up, and the parking was in the middle of a field, and there was a tree forest, and they came and picked us up. Well, come to find out, it was a nudist lake.
Yeah.
So we ended up playing this nudist fest, and the weird thing is like all the other bands were friends of ours. So and all of us run around naked for 3 days. But that's what happened. But that was pretty wild times. That was in our college days when we were probably 20 pounds lighter than.
Yeah, we can do it. We
a
can
little
pull it
more
off.
shape.
We can pull it off. That's amazing.
Craziest gig.
Rock life, man.
Yeah.
So, you guys have known each other for a long time. You said that. So, you started playing together in beginning?
Yes.
And so when did you guys first say we're gonna be friends forever?
Being from, I was born in Texas, grew up in Kansas. I played, I like to play and sing, and I heard this rumor of this crazy guy that lived out in a place called Muskota, Kansas, that he could play the drums, and he had a PA system, and I was thinking he might be perfect, but you never know. So I pull up to his house. They had some silos, and it was an old country farmhouse, and I'm thinking, oh my God, what am I fixing to meet?
Right,
because I'm a rocker.
So you knew what it was.
All of a sudden, this yellow, bad Camaro comes rolling up the gravel road, and Matt gets out. He's got hair down to his butt, and he had little cool sunglasses on and all that. And I'm thinking, what the hell? And he goes, oh, hey, what's up, dude? And I was like, and I knew in that moment that if he could play the drums, that we were going to play and do a lot of stuff together.
Yes.
He opened up his garage, man. He had the double bass Pearl kit with the whole cage and all that, the PA set up. And we've been bros ever since. I mean,
his over.
Yeah, his mom and dad are like my parents too.
Yeah, music, and that's how it was for me growing up. Like, music brought us, all my friends together.
Yeah.
And so we'd be in the basement jamming, and my mom would be like, just don't be saying no F-bombs.
Yeah.
You know?
Don't do that. No.
And she said, you can say, express yourself, but not too much dirty language. And if you hear me stomp on the floor, that means cut the music off.
Yes, man.
So we had the rules. My dad was like, man, do whatever you want. He whispered to us, cuss as much as you want to, I don't care. You know, he was like that. He wanted us to just be rock and roll, like just crazy hip-hop guys and just do whatever. He was all about it. So I definitely can dig that and how you guys bonded. And just meeting you today and knowing Heineken, I can tell y'all are like two peas in a pod. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So
he's awesome.
it's very, very cool. So, like, so far as places you played at, what are some of the places you played at?
Matt, I mean, we played with everybody. I mean, we just played with Wade Hayes. We played with Lori Morgan, Confederate Railroad.
You guys putting in that work,
huh? Bunch of, and I'm not saying these stars like really know us, but we either opened for them or we played with them.
Yes,
that's
the part of it. That's how it is. That's the circle. And being, like I tell everybody, being of service.
Yes, sir.
Because once you're being of service, you'll get your chance eventually.
We met your man Jelly Roll.
Yeah, word.
Met him twice.
That's what's up. So something's gonna happen from that.
Ooh.
So definitely. Make sure y'all check these guys out. This is Smith & Gone. Y'all let them know where they can find y'all at too, man.
So we're on Facebook.
Yep, we got a Facebook page, Smith & Gone.
We got some YouTube.
We got a YouTube page with Smith & Gone. We got a website with Smith & Gone also. It has all the links to our music, Spotify, all the Pandoras and streaming services. So
new music coming soon.
Oh, cool. I know it's rocking now. And so, y'all, man, we just like to appreciate you guys and say thank you one more time to Smith & Gone for coming here and jamming out with us, talking to us, and really explaining the music industry from where you guys view it. And not only that, they'll be performing at our 615 Sound House live stage, too. So y'all going to check that out eventually. It's coming up soon. Man, thank y'all for tuning in. We'll be right back after this, y'all.
Top notch.
Thank you, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
An expansion of conscious thought expressed through clothing.
Welcome to the evolution.
BC Bullies. This is not your average clothing line. BC Bullies. We take conscious thought and transfer it onto our merchandise. Then we send it out to the universe for consumption. BC Bullies. Find BC Bullies on Facebook to order your fresh tees, headwear, footwear, and even the hottest hoodies for men and women.
Welcome to the evolution.
BC Bullies, an expansion of conscious thought expressed through clothing.
Order your gear now.
Hey, and we're back. Welcome to Top Notch Experience with your host, Top Notch. I'm right here with my man, Matt Heineken from the 615 Sound House. We got JD just hanging out, chilling with us. You know what I'm saying? From Smith & Gone. We just talked to them briefly about their career in music. Now I want to take a little bit of time and talk to my buddy Heineken about a very illustrious career in teching and doing sound. He's also the owner of the 615 Sound House, practice, rehearsal space, video recording space. There's so much technology in this one little room. It amazes me. Brother, thank you for coming, staying with us, and talking to us about what you do. So just give everybody a brief synopsis on the 615 Sound House.
The 615 Sound House, it just started out being my personal space to have a place to play my drums and my friends to have rehearsals and whatnot. And it's kind of just escalated through the years of remodeling and upgrading speakers and cables and just all the stuff. So now it's a full-blown rehearsal facility. You know, got all kinds of varieties of bands, everything from the, starting out garage band, wanting to get together to meet new musicians, to the some of the pro level touring musicians that some of us know. So yeah, it's just kind of built over the years. You know, we've shot several music videos for my bands and friends' bands. So that's kind of where we're at.
Quality, amazing, guys. Sound is top tier. Like, I'm upstairs, and it sounds like you sitting inside of a speaker, and the stuff is downstairs, but I'm upstairs, and it still sounds as clear as a bell. The audio is great. Wired for sound, yeah. It is. Yes, also video too.
Yep, we can do some video production.
I've seen some stuff there that it looked beautiful. So y'all located in my neighborhood, Antioch, Tennessee. I'm proud to say that. I'm from Antioch, and it's located in my neighborhood, so that makes me feel good. Now, your illustrious career in teching, you said you were a drum tech for quite some time, so can you elaborate on that and get into who you were drum teching for, and how was that experience?
I got lucky and fell into a gig working for this group called Celtic Woman. They were big on PBS. It's an Irish group. And toured with them for 5.5 years, setting up the drums and piano and the band gear and all that kind of stuff. So it allowed me to travel the U.S. and Canada and overseas. Got to go to Japan and Australia and Ireland and a bunch of different cool places.
I heard Japan is crazy. I want to go there.
Oh yeah, no,
I want to go there.
Japan was super awesome. I got to go there twice, and it was good times. And you know,
that's cool.
Moved to Nashville to play drums, but sometimes you get other opportunities, and
that's right.
So I did that for a while, and then drum tech for some country bands locally too, and then kind of based in Nashville now, so I'm not really touring or traveling, but here trying to play in some bands and work at the local music store and just living life.
Just living life. That's called a musician's retirement right there. Yep. When you get through off the road, you come home and you play at home, and it's so cool. And you play and you get to play at home, so it's really cool. It's a double entendre. You know, you playing and you playing.
Yeah.
So I am definitely motivated by your story. I've been watching you do your thing. In the music industry around town, quietly moving and just being an answer man for a lot of musicians. Like this guy is an answer to a lot of musicians' problems, and he's helped so many people. A lot of my friends, he's even guided and helped them and pushed them along and further. So I just like to say thank you for doing that, Mr. Heineken. And you're an awesome dude.
Oh yeah,
you know, and you're
a
great drummer. I had opportunity to sit in with him. We have an event here called The Kickback at Lehman Studios, and this guy got on drums, and he's pocket supreme. That's what I call him, pocket supreme. No matter what genre of music, this guy can find the pocket, and that means a lot as a drummer, and as a tech. When you were out there on the road teching, can you elaborate on the I don't want to say stress, but the challenges that you may have faced when you were working with a person that's being kind of difficult, and how would you go about handling that?
Well, I mean, if you're the tech, you're working for that certain musician, so obviously it's your job to work for them, so you want to try to make them as happy as they can be, and their job is to play the show, so there shouldn't be any stress on them, so whatever they need, you need to try to make them happy, to make everything work smoothly. You got to be there during the show to watch, and listen to if something goes out of tune or something falls apart. You got to be there to fix or maintain and try to make it to where nobody in the audience knows something wrong is going on. A
lot of responsibility.
So it's like, and then obviously setting the gear up and tearing it down, and because obviously you can't have these artists or musicians getting hurt and all that. So,
right.
So that's so it's just taking care and maintaining and making sure that the show goes smoothly.
It's interesting that you said that, breaking up and tearing down. I had the opportunity to do the weekend tour with Britt Young, with Matt Ferranti opening up for Britt. And I was gearing my gear to the stage, dude. About 5 dudes in all black ran up. I thought it was over. And they were the text, like, put that down right now. You're not supposed to be. I didn't know. I was a newbie to this tour. That's my first time really being on a big, quote-unquote, tour with texts and everything. Wow. And it was like, no, sir, you got to put that stuff down. And Matt came and got me and said, just go backstage, man. You don't have to help them. Because I'm rolling wires and everything. Like, I'm on the stage, like, you want me to move this out the way? They're like, get out of here. Because I guess it's through liability or whatever.
Yeah, all the above,
Yeah, so once again, just elaborate on where they could find you at the 615 Sound House. Also, guys, this is our sponsor too. Woohoo! So make some noise for that. He's sponsoring the show, and we definitely appreciate that. So really quickly before we get out of here, tell everybody where they can find 615 Sound House.
I'm on Facebook, 615 Sound House. You can look me up on there. I have all my gear listings, phone number, email address. So if you need a rehearsal space that's affordable and sounds great and a cool hangout spot, definitely get a hold of me and we'll get you on the calendar.
Pro level, seriously, y'all. Thank y'all once again. We just like to thank once again Matt Heineken, my man JD.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all for coming through. 615 Sound House, y'all. Look them up. Man, they're great. We're going to be right back right after these messages, y'all. Top-notch experience. Let's go.
An expansion of conscious thought expressed through clothing. Welcome to the evolution. BC Bullies. This is not your average clothing line. BC Bullies. We take conscious thought and transfer it onto our merchandise. Then we send it out to the universe for consumption. BC Bullies. Find BC Bullies on Facebook to order your fresh tees, headwear, footwear, and even the hottest hoodies for men and women. Welcome to the evolution. BC Bullies. An expansion of conscious thought expressed through clothing.
Order your gear now.
Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
Hey, welcome back to the Top Notch Experience. We're really hoping you're enjoying what you're seeing thus far. And don't forget to follow us on all the social media sites. We would love to hear from you. We'll return all our messages as well. So get at us, y'all. Top Notch Experience. Y'all make sure y'all check us out. Now, we're back with Mr. John Wiggins.
John Wiggins.
Yes, from JWIGG Productions,
That's
y'all.
correct.
Now, this guy is everything media. He does acting, he does commentary, he does theater, and he also is a great light and tech engineer for video. So
Exactly.
let's just get into that and just, give us a quick synopsis of everything that you do, brother.
Well, first of all, I am an actor, stage actor, theatrical productions, and also I do film and productions. And also I do acting on not only on stage, but in movies and commercials, and lots of events that I also produce and video myself. So I stay pretty busy.
Yeah, it seems that way. They said they call you a Swiss Army knife.
That's right.
Yeah, so that means a Swiss Army knife got everything in it, so you got all the functions I see.
If you need lighting done, if you need production done, if you need videography done, if you need someone to direct the play, if you need someone to direct your movie, I've been trained to do all of it.
JWIGG, baby, JWIGG
That's it.
Productions. Now, you said that you was an actor and you've been in some films as well. What is one of the films you've been in? And can you kind of give us the difference between acting on film and being on a stage in like a Broadway play or a live theatrical presentation? Can you tell us the difference between those?
Yes. Well, one thing, when you're on stage, of course, there is no cut. You cannot cut. You are live. You cannot go back and say, let's just do that one again.
Right.
When you're on stage, you have to be in the moment, and you have to know what your lines are. You have to know what your cues are. You have to know where you're going to be standing at all times. You have to know all of that. So that's the difference. When you're in film, of course, they have certain places where they need you to be, and if a scene do not go correctly, you get to shoot it over.
Right.
So that's one of the main things.
That is amazing to me. So, like, what is a film that you've been in?
So the latest film, I'll say that I've been doing some productions with documentaries, which is what I'm doing now.
Yes.
So I'm presently working on the documentaries now that I'm presently in. This is for Thrive, for the Jefferson Street communities, and I'm working on doing documentaries for the people who have lived on Jefferson Street since before I-40 came through, and the impacts that it has had
Right. Now, he just,
on Nashville.
Yes, sir. He just dropped a jewel. Like, and this show is about all things Nashville, and we already know, some of us know, because I'm a native, born and raised here, about I-40 coming through Jefferson Street and coming through over there by Hadley Park and all that stuff. And it kind of crushed that musical community that was over there. We were like the Motown before Detroit.
Exactly.
We were like the Motown.
Exactly.
And a lot of people don't know that, but of course you do through doing the documentary work and, you know, being who you are. So that's amazing to me, man.
And not only did it affect the music, it also impacted the economic level. Everything that was really helping to grow Nashville was cut literally almost in half concerning the Jefferson Street area.
Yes, it was.
So that impact was I don't know. It seemed like it was done intentionally. It's what a lot of people have.
A lot of people saying that. A lot of people saying that. It was done by the powers that be to stop the growth because they saw a certain demographic and a certain group starting to take care of themselves. And rise up. That's what was said. That my mother, my father, they would tell me, my uncles, they would tell me that all the time. Like, y'all don't even know. It was like a whole nother, it was like Wall Street over here. It was like the Black Wall Street down there. That's what they would tell me.
And it seems like there has been an impact of that going on from not only for Nashville, but for whatever city that had a black economic growth was
somehow it would get kiboshed, as they say.
That's
Right. That's crazy. So, with your experience in acting and lighting and engineering too, how can that benefit a person? Because you know behind the scenes as well as in front of the camera as well. So, can you elaborate a little bit on your experience being behind this camera and in front of the camera and how that helps you?
Because when you're behind the camera, you pretty much already know what the ending of the film is going to be about, what you want it to be. So you have a visual of how you want that particular project to look.
Yes, sir.
And then when you also know that if it's something that you've written, then you know the emotions of each one of the characters that they have that's going to be in the production. And so you know exactly how you want the lighting to fit, because the lighting has an impact on how the look of that moment is going to entail. And then you know the type of music that you want to go along with that music, whether it's a comedy, whether it's drama, whether it's a horror, whatever that genre is, the type of music you have is going to make a big difference in how it's going to affect the look of the film.
Facts.
And the audio, which is almost like you do not have a movie if the audio is
not correct.
It's not correct.
Right, because and this is one thing that I've learned in my dealings with scoring a film. I had the opportunity to help score a film, and you don't understand how important that music is, even the sounds of a car driving by, or anything like that. Like, it's important, and I learned that just recently, and you touching on that just validated what I learned. So that meant a lot to me.
It does, and the fact that you have to have a way to be able to do that sound check. When you do that sound check and you do a little moment where you have just complete silence and you want to get the ambience of the room, all of that makes a big difference, because it tells you how you're going to add that sound throughout the entire movie.
That is amazing. Well, Mr. John, can you please just tell everybody where they can find you at? Because we want to make sure that you are out there, because people need this. They need this. Not only did you help us, but you educate us as well. Like, you was explaining some stuff to us too. So tell everybody where they can find you at really quickly before we get out of here.
Okay, you can find me on jwigsproductions.com or jwigs1959@gmail.com, and also that pretty much is where you can catch me on. But the majority of the time, if you want to catch me, there's also places where you can see some of the films that I've done, which would be on the IMDb with John Barrett Wiggins, IMDb, and you can find me on there.
Wonderful, y'all. Man, thank you for coming and hanging out with us.
Thank you.
We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in with this great show. We're going to end the show this evening. We're going to get up out of here, y'all. Shoot over to the 615 Soundhouse stage for our live performance. Once again, thank y'all for tuning in to the Top Notch Experience. Be good or be good at it, America.
Got my Sandra Cosmetics, feel so divine. Beauty and glam, I recognize my shine. Every shade, perfect Sandra on my mind. Flawless every day, it's our time to climb. Sandra Cosmetics always got my back. From the matte lips to the smoky black. Confidence rises, ain't no look we lack. Glow up with Sandra, keep it on track. Sandra Cosmetics, yeah, we ain't repping the brand. Beauty and glamour in the palm of our hand. Repeat it loud, Sandra Cosmetics, understand. Slaying every look, more than just a trend. Sandra Cosmetics, make my beauty true.
World moves too slow, like I'm sitting in a stoplight just waiting to go. Now that fighting, we're getting old. It all flies by in the blink of an eye. I'll say I told you so. That's why I can't do nothing just a little. Hell, I've always been this way. If you're looking for something in the middle, honey, that ain't me. 'Cause I can't do nothing a little. Now the reason that I'm this way is I know we are all born with a foot in the grave. Call me crazy, I've been called insane, but the joke's on you if you ain't out there raising Cain. That's why I can't do nothing just a little. And I've always been this way. If you're looking for something in the middle, honey, that ain't me. 'Cause I can't do nothing a little.